Good day, everybody. This is Chris with the Ancient Scholar. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Halloween. And here we are, the new bike, a little cross-country racing machine. I'm going to take it out on its first ride and see how it goes. I'm going to be doing the Signal Peak Race Loop just outside of Silver City. The first part of it is going to be about a 7-mile climb, 1,700 feet, 17 to 1,800 feet in 7 miles. Climb up fire road, jeep road kind of conditions, and then there will be a substantial, about a 6 or 7 mile descent on single track, and so it'll be a really good test case for the capabilities of this bike. So let me just do a real quick bike check. So this is the Santa Cruz 2022 Blur TR. This is large. This is the S build with the carbon C frame. So it is rocking the new single pivot flex stay suspension, so you do not see that there are any articulations. So the movement is actually built into the suspension itself. So normally on a standard classic single pivot design, you'd have linkage here. You'd have bushings and bearings that would move right around in here, and you can see that this is solid all the way up to the linkage here that actuates the actual shock. And so you actually have flex built into the carbon of the rear triangle. It saves a lot of weight. This particular bike is just a little over a little over 26.5 pounds. So you've got on this particular, this is the TR version of the Blur, so it has a little longer travel. So you're looking at about 115 millimeters of rear travel and a 45 millimeter stroke shock, and then 120 millimeters of front travel, rocking a Fox 34 step cast fork, rocking the race face alloy rims. These are the AR 27s, 27 millimeter internal diameter, and I'm rocking the Maxxis Recon Race 29 by 2.4 WT or wide trail tires, which is a little higher volume, 120 TPI. So we'll see how the reliability of those tires are in the rather harsh trail conditions up here. This is a large frame, and I'm running a standard stock SRAM GX drivetrain through and through, to include the shifters, the rear derailleur, the crankset. This is a 10 to 50 12-speed cassette with a 34-tooth crank up front. And the really neat thing about the Blurs is they actually have these little built-in chain guide here to help prevent chain slip. I believe it's 1-up components. Those are really nice. The hubs are E13. I've never had E13 hubs, so we'll see how that goes. But so far, it seems like it has pretty good engagement. So going up, this is a 60 millimeter stem that comes stock with this. This is a RockShop Reverb dropper. I believe it's 170 millimeters of travel, so it's pretty good for a more cross-country oriented platform. And then these are the Level TL brakes. These are just twin piston, but they are mated to 180 millimeter rotors, so the larger rotors for a little more bite on these particular ones. All right. So that's basically the essential rundown of the bike. Of course, I put some crank boots on, some flat pedals. I installed the a fender, and then I also had a full ride wrap frame guard installed, so you can see that there. It actually looks really nice, doesn't interfere with the color of the bike a whole lot, to help protect the frame. All right, so that's the initial bike